Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. So far here in Utah, it's been kind of a rainy, cloudy start to the weekend, but I think it's supposed to be that way the rest of the weekend. But next week, or this upcoming week, I should say, supposed to be pretty nice and sunny anyway. Let's hop into our emails here and get things started. We'll start down here. I was reading through these before I hit the record button, and I've got two that need to be done by tomorrow. So this one here, and then we'll have to jump up to, this one here. So we'll probably do those three in this episode, but let's start off by reading this one. It says, my friend said you work with computers. I'm after a new rig. Can you build something good? You think you can get Euro Truck Simulator 2 minimum spec running? Can you get it done quickly? Heard you guys put used parts in PCs. Please don't do that. So for $2,000, he wants a Euro Truck Sim 2 minimum spec. I think we can probably get him running at least recommended spec for that. So let's accept that one. Next one here says, good day. Got a request for a new PC. I'm a bit obsessed with performance. Does 6141 sound reasonable for a benchmark score? Can you get it done before tomorrow? An AIO water cooler give me some headroom for overclocking later on. Don't try and pass off any used parts. I want all new stuff. I'm a total MSI fanboy. So a 3D Mark score of 6141. I think we can make that happen. So let's accept that one. And then we will hop up to this one here. It says, Dear Sir Madam, so I hear you're good at building PCs. I have to be able to play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, minimum spec. Can you do it by tomorrow? I read that G-Skill parts are really good. I heard you guys put used parts in PCs. Please don't do that. The budget is $17.50 for PUBG, minimum spec. I think we can make that happen as well. So let's go back to this one here. Let's open up Will It Run. Let's go to, I already forgot, Euro Truck Simulator 2. So here's minimum spec. I think I'm going to shoot for a recommended spec on this one just because of the amount of money. So I'm going to step away, as usual, get a build put together, and be right back. Alright, so for this first build for Euro Truck Sim 2, again, here's what recommended spec is. Here's what they requested. Oh, I went with the MSI B450 Tomahawk, a Ryzen 5 1400, an EVGA CLC 280 cooler, 4 sticks of Corsair Dominator Platinum, 8 gig, 3733 megahertz, a MSI RX 580 Gaming X, an FSP Hydro PTM 650 watt power supply, which I've never built with before, so hopefully it's decent. A 512 gig M.2 drive, 4 terabyte hard drive, and I'm going to put that in the Fractal Design Define R5 Blackout, which I have yet to build in. So for that build minus the shipping costs here, we hit exactly $2,000, which is what their budget was. All right, so for this next build, they want a 3D Mark score of 6141. So I'm going to step away again, get another build put together, and be right back. All right, so for the overclocking build, we're going to go with the MSI Z370 Gaming Pro Carbon, an i5 8600K, a Kraken X72, 4 sticks of Team Group T-Force Delta 2, 4 gigs, 3000 MHz, an MSI GTX 1080 Gaming X Plus. We're going to get another Patriot Scorch drive for this build as well, a Corsair RM850X, and we're going to put it in one of my favorite cases, the Inwin 303 MSI Dragon Edition, because he said he's a total MSI fanboy, so we're going to give him as much MSI as he can handle. Let's see, and what was the last one here? This one for PUBG minimum spec. So let's take a look at that real quick. Where are you, PUBG? There you are. Minimum spec. So here is what is required. And as usual, I'm going to try to push for recommended spec if I can at least do it within the budget. So I will step away get another build put together, and be right back. Alright, so for this last build for PUBG minimum spec, we're going to go with the Mortoni H170, an i5-6500, a Kraken M22, 2 sticks of G-Skill, can't even speak, G-Skill, a Trident Z, 8 gig 3200 MHz, an EVGA GTX 1070, 450 watt power supply. I want to say it was a 960 gig Corsair SSD, and we're going to put that in the Antec P110 loose. So let's close out a little bit of this. Things have to be done tomorrow, so we can definitely do a next day delivery. We'll go ahead and buy all that now. Let's go end our day. We can get our parts in, and we can get to work. Okay. Boxes and boxes. Let's get these cases all put up on workbenches here. I've got to remember what case goes with what build. So this first one here, the fractal, I believe goes with Euro Truck for Coleman. Let's get that there. And then this one goes with the Inwin for D. Kelly. And last but not least, phone ringing. That one with the Antec. All right. Let's start with this build. I have yet to build in this case, so hopefully all goes well. Let's get the side panels off. And we can start installing parts. Let's get the motherboard in there, which is the B450 Tomahawk. Let the auto standoff do its job. Let's get that open, and we will get all 4 of these RAM clips open. Let's get our processor in, which is the Ryzen 5 1400. And we will get our RAM in as well, which is the Corsair Dominator Platinum, 8 gig 3733 MHz. Because Ryzen likes fast RAM, or generally speaking. Let's see. Gotta scroll all the way down to the bottom. Let's scroll over here. That's faster. Doing things the slow way. I'm hoping this will take the cooler that I've chosen for it. I guess we will find out here in a minute. Get some thermal paste on there. And then this was getting the EVGA CLC 280. So it will, we're just going to have to take some parts out. Okay. Well, let's see. Would it go? So I've got a hard drive for this one. Well, let's get all of this out and let's see. Let's see where it'll let us put it. Because like I said, I haven't built in this case before, so it's all new. So that's hitting the RAM. So I think if we had had a little bit smaller cooler, it would fit up there. So we can put it here in the front. Whoops. I'll have to remember that for next time. It'll take a 240, but a 280, you're going to have to remove all of the hard drive base. So this is not going to get its 4 terabyte hard drive, which I think will be fine. So let's get our power supply in. This one was getting the FSP Hydro, which I've never used before. I don't know why they call it Hydro. Maybe that's just the name of the company. I'm not really sure. I've never used it. Let's at least get their M.2 drive in. Well, that's not as big. We'll do the 512. And then we can get the graphics card in, which is the 580 down here somewhere. There it is. All right. Well, let's start cabling things up. What color should we go with here? Let's see. We've got some red, but it's mostly black. I'd like to put some sort of color. I guess red. Sometimes I wish this game would let you make custom cables that had multiple colors in them, like you can order from Cable Mod for your real life builds. They're really cool. Okay. Get a USB drive in there. Let's see if this thing will power on. Let's hop into the BIOS real quick. So at least turn our XMP on. We'll let our operating system install. I'm going to start putting parts back on this case. Get this side panel on. And I can't use any of those parts, so we will get this side panel on. And that build is done. So let's put it out here in the delivery area. All right, let's start on this build. I love this case. Let's see, what am I looking for? Motherboards. We're going to do the MSI Z370 Gaming Pro Carbon. We'll let those standoffs get installed, and we will screw this guy in. Whoops. Let's open everything up here. I want to say this was also getting 4 sticks of RAM. So let's get our processor, which is the i5 8600K. And let's get memory. This was getting 4 sticks of the Team Group T-Force Delta. We'll scroll this way. Inventory is very full of RAM. And the last one here. There it is. Get that installed. Let's get some thermal paste on here. And let's get our cooler on, which was the Kraken X72, because that thing fits beautifully right here. Get that all screwed down. Next, we can get our storage in. This one was also getting a Patriot Scorch M.2, if I remember right. Let's see, do we want to put it there or there? Let's put it up here. Not that it really matters. Let's get our graphics card in. This was getting the 1080 Gaming X. There it is. We can get our power supply in. the Corsair RM850X. Turn this thing this way. Okay. Well, let's cable this up. I think I'm going to go with white. I'd like to do this single cables. They're all bundled together. Looks really nice. Okay. Let's get our USB drive in here. We can power this guy on. I'm going to hop into the BIOS. I'm going to turn XMP on. We're going to have to fix some colors on this. I am not feeling the purple with the white and the red. I'm going to go ahead and slap this side panel on over here. Let's get lighting installed. Nope. And 3D Mark installed. Go ahead and restart this. Alright. So let's do lighting first. Where's this blue? Oh, on the front. That's fine. We'll leave that alone. Never noticed that. But let's change that. I don't think we can change that. Let's change that as well. Let's change all of this over to white. Much better. Much better. All right. Let's get a 3D Mark running. And let's see what kind of score we get. And as soon as it's done, I'll come back and show you guys. All right, so there it is, 71, 77, and I believe we only needed 6,000. What was it? 6141. Okay, so let's get this case put back together. Well, that turned that off. I was going to look at it. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Very nice. Oh, I'm going to have to run 3D Mark again because it shut off? Really? Alright, well, I'm going to run 3D Mark. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to have to remember on this in-win case to be sure to put this glass side panel on before I run 3D Mark, or it's going to make me do it again. So let's go ahead and go stick this one out here in the hall, and we can get started on our final build for today. This one for PUBG minimum spec, which I think we were doing PUBG more like recommended spec. So let's get the motherboard in. The Mortoni H170. We'll get that screwed down. Let's get that open, and the RAM clips. I think this is only getting 2 sticks of RAM. Let's go ahead and get our CPU in there, which is the i5-6500. And let's get our 2 sticks of, let me just scroll down this way. Our 2 sticks of G-Skill Trident Z. Oh, I didn't open that one. There we go. There's one. And the other. Get this out of our way. Let's see, I'm trying to remember what all goes in this one. Let's go ahead and get our power supply installed. I know it's the EVGA 450B3. These things are not very pretty here. That's better. Let's get rid of those. And let's see, I've got liquid cooling for this, so let's do a little thermal paste. Let's see where we can install this M22. So the back, the front. Let's see. Let's put it on the back here. Get that installed. And then we'll put the extra fan up here in the front for added cooling. Oops. Case fans. Let's see, do we want it there or down low? Let's go down here. Excellent. Well, let's get the graphics card in. Getting a 1070. And then we can get our SSD, not that one, the new one. Get that installed. And I think we might have enough money to put this 4 terabyte hard drive in that we couldn't put in the other build. Let's see what it does money-wise. $17.50, I think that was exactly the budget. So that could work. All right. Let's cable this up. Let's put some color in this. Maybe some... Maybe some yellow. That's kind of an orange color. Maybe the orange. See how that looks. Try the yellow. I don't know. Yeah, let's go with yellow. I think it looks a little better than the orange. Puts a little color in here. Let's get everything cabled up. All right. So let's get our USB in. We'll power it on. Hop into the BIOS. We'll turn our XMP on. Make sure it's booting from the proper drive. I'm going to start putting some of these PC parts back on. Hopefully it doesn't turn this off. Oh, it did. It's alright. We'll power it back up. So I'd like to change some of these colors from all this RGB puke. So let's get our lighting app. We'll let this restart. Maybe, I don't know, should we try to see if we can make it yellow? See what that looks like. Well, that mostly matches the cables there. Okay, let's finish putting this case back together. Get the side panels back on. And that doesn't look half bad. Not bad at all. Let's get this out in the hallway. And let's collect some money. Let's collect that one. That one. And then what was it? This one? Yep. Alright, we got some new emails. Looks like we've unlocked a bunch of parts. All right, so we will go through those in the next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next episode.